Late Night Health continues. I'm Mark Alyn. We're talking about the stress of the holidays as it affects CEOs, Chief Executive Officers. And I can think, as I'm looking at all of these tips from Kevin Layton, the CEO of Data Dynamics, I did it again, that these tips are good for everybody. We've gotten through 3 of them. We have 2 more to go in our next couple of minutes. You're a fan of yoga.
I am. I very much am. And number 4 is calming your mind. And if you start with a stretching and a yoga routine, I have a yoga routine from Namaste Yoga on my phone, on my iPhone.
Wow.
That I can turn on for 20 minutes anywhere.
Is it, and you listen to, is it a meditation? Or
it's actually the video, and so, I'm not good in a classroom setting with yoga. I'm good on my own, and so I'm my biggest critic of my poses. So actually, I can do it on my own. I can follow the routine on the phone. It's a video.
Wow. But how do you know you're doing your pose right?
I've actually had a little bit of training on the side, one-on-one, by a sophisticated instructor, one of the gurus.
Gotcha. Oh, that makes sense.
I'm also a big fan of the Omvana app, OMVANA, for your phone. And there's lots of meditations that are both free and for a small purchase there. And you can even do your own. You can record your own meditation of what you want to get through to your mind and mix it with background music for a meditation. It's really cool.
Wow. Well, that is cool. And that's OMVANA.
OMV is in Victor, ANA.
And just look it up on the iTunes or
iTunes Store. Yeah.
iTunes Store or that other place.
The other
too.
app store.
The other app store. I'm looking at
it's
over.
It's actually a really good thing to do in the morning in traffic. It's important for CEOs to be grounded first. It's important for everybody to be grounded first. Your staff is only going to be as good as you are, and you should be in the right place to face the day.
Got it. And you have found yoga. I mean, you're an engineer, right?
Yeah.
I mean, basically, bottom line. And even though you're in charge of marketing and all the other elements, but you're an engineer. How does yoga work with your life?
Well, the rest of my day is actually sitting in a chair, and so if I don't have that time when I get up and I stretch, my activity levels really go through the floor. And so it's really good to do the stretches and do the movement and settle your mind ahead of the day. And so it only takes an hour to do the routine that I've outlined.
Everything?
Yeah, pretty much. Now you got the to and back from wherever you're going to, do your cardio. But the reality is, if you're in a hotel, you go downstairs to the gym, and then you go back to your hotel room and you do your yoga. So pretty simple. That
is simple. And then while you're doing your working out, can you do your meditation at the same time?
No, that's a little bit more difficult. But you can do your reading while you're sitting on a bicycle,
especially
or on an elliptical.
Or especially your fiction reading.
That's right.
What kind of fiction reading do you do?
Oh, I actually love Tom Clancy, and I love Stephen King, and any of the authors that try to mimic them.
Gotcha. So he's a horror man too, just amazing, and mystery with Clancy, and of course I just gave him the name of Robert Clancy, no relation to Tom. Your last tip is feel the family, fuel the engine. Explain that.
Number
That's
5
a great concept.
Thanks. It's really important. Our families can be a great grounding force to keep us humble and keep everything in perspective. I know my kids keep me grounded. And I love all kinds of food, too, including potato chips and chicken wings. But I know I perform and focus best when eating lots of greens, a small portion of unrefined carbs like brown rice, and then a good helping of pure protein. So,
with chicken wings, you don't have to have them fried. You can have them grilled.
That's true. You can. There's still quite a bit of fat in the.
There is.
I love my wings, though.
Yeah.
Once a week, I have to do wings.
Yeah.
So that's
wings, extra cardio for that day.
Exactly.
What do you mean, feel the family?
So every time I got home, I'd try to get home every weekend while I was traveling. And our family dinners are sacred for managing my stress. And so while we eat, I started this activity of going around the table and getting everyone to share what their day's been like and what they're grateful for. And one ritual we have is called high point, low point. And every family member has got to share something good that happened to them that day and something not so good. And it's an amazing way to fuel a meaningful discussion with your kids and with your spouse and with everybody.
That's a great idea. That really is a super way of reducing stress. The whole concept is really, really very good. And I thank you for sharing, especially during the Hanukkah season now, and in 2 weeks or so, the Christmas season. And it's a great way for everybody, in business or not in business, to relax and learn how to enjoy life. Kevin Layton has been our guest. 5 tips and strategies for being a healthy, I'm changing it, person. Hold on a second, Kevin. I'm Mark Alyn. In just a couple of moments, we're going to talk with Dave Foreman, the herbal pharmacist, about shaking off the Santa belly. We'll find out more about that as Late Night Health moves forward. Don't go away.